Hello, welcome to my administration systems class. We are going to look at what this subject is and what you are going to learn and how your learning is related to your life as a whole. Okay, so administration systems can be different in different companies. So therefore, you must be thinking, what is that exactly we are going to learn? So as a starting point, what I'm thought was quickly jumping into Google to find out what's happening in the workforce, right? So I'll be sharing my screen time to time. So just be a little patient, okay? Here, this is the first one, first time sharing, okay? All right. Okay. I hope you should be able to see my screen. This was Seek Australia. I thought of going to Seek Australia and use the key phrase office administrator. When I typed in the search box office administrator, I ended up having number of jobs here. Let's look at one of the jobs here. This is saying executive assistant, executive or tender or sub administrator. Sub is a different package, don't worry. Sales administrator, and it says business support. There are some salaries also given for certain jobs, okay? And you could see number of jobs there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this specific website to find out here office administrator and accounting assistant, right? Now this job description says what are the specific tasks to be performed by you. Forget about the accounting side, those who do not like numbers, no problem. We'll look at office administration here. It says general administrative support as needed, travel coordination, coordinate mail, courier and package services, answer phone and take messages, then order reference materials, library database and so on. Then schedule site and off-site meetings. It says human resources side, post job openings, schedule job interviews, onboard new employees, then support staff, then coordinate company events and initiatives, right? All are there. Now it says the requirements, the skills and conduct, right? It is expected that you will behave well and you have the required education qualification when you complete this diploma and perhaps double diploma and perhaps a degree, it's up to you. And then it says professional appearance, you know this thing. Look at the next one. It says here, work effectively in a team environment. That is effectively team meaning you are, it's a collaboration. You will be getting ideas from other people and then putting your thought into that and also following management guidelines, right? So you are, connecting number of different people here. Also, it says task-oriented, organized, and detail-oriented. Remember, details are necessary. And it also says here, I missed this one, working proficiency in Microsoft Outlook, Word, Excel. Those are the three areas this subject is touching. So this is a practical based task, but you need to read the information given and you're expected to perform the activities on the learning management system. Don't forget the activities because the activities will get you the background information, right? So now it's the picture is clear. You saw the jobs and you know what skills are required, right? So I'm going back to my screen and then from there, I'm going to stop sharing. So that's getting an idea what's administration and what is expected in the workplace. And I hope you got the picture now clearly. Okay, now I have sent you a detailed email. That is called my welcome email, which has some information about what this subject is. That's in brief. And also it says your role. Your role in this case, assume that you are working as an administration manager or officer, right, for a company called Tri Fitness Center, right? So this is a large company. The company profile is given to you, which is having 3 main branches. The head office is in Sydney. One is in Queensland, the other one is in Victoria, right? They offer a number of services, so don't forget that. And it looks like to me, number of customers could be 1,500 to 2,000, and employees could be more than 300. So it's a large company. So in that company, the your boss, the manager, is Tracy Yap, and I'll be acting on behalf of your manager, right? So at the end, I'll decide whether to hire you. Okay, so do your job really well. So once you complete the task given to you through the learning management system, I had given you in my welcome email, you were given 3 assignments to be done, okay, and the due dates are given there. And I have also given you a study guideline. Please stick to my guideline because it's a good one. And we are breaking 2 weeks. Remember the Christmas break. And after the Christmas break, we start. So this is, in reality, it's 12 weeks, but 2 weeks are considered as a break. Now, sometimes you might need extensions. You know, things in life cannot be planned. You never know. In case if you need an extension, you need to apply. Follow my welcome email, please. And my welcome email also indicates the suggested approach to your study. Also, some tips on entering into our learning management system. And again, I have clearly indicated marking, grading. Also, your involvement in virtual classes or Skype or Zoom sessions, then chat rooms, and most importantly, the forum, right? Forum is the main link between you and I. Don't forget that, please. So every week, I would be happy if you could post a note to the forum saying where you are and what's happening and how are you dealing with assignments. And if you have any questions, please do ask, okay? More than happy to help you. Now, attendance is one of the most important things. You should be in touch with me through forum. So just indicate every week. It will take less than 2 minutes, right? So that, yes, this is, please record my attendance. That's all. And I'll do that for you. My contact details are given in my welcome email. Also, the times that I'm available for you is clearly noted, and please stick to those times because I also need off time at certain stages. So I'm happy to assist you during my those indicated times, okay? And once you read that welcome email, just don't read in your head. Get a diary or in a computer file, just jot down the major things, important things that you think you might forget, because they are very important. Because at the end of the day, if you forget something, it's better to keep in the form of, reminding you. Outlook Express is fantastic. You can record these programs and set the time, remind me either 2 hours before or 15 minutes before or 1 day before, right? So organize your Outlook calendar. That is the best approach I would recommend, okay? Not just a manual calendar, but it depends on whether you are using Microsoft Outlook. If you do not have Outlook, you may use manual calendar, but I would not recommend that, okay? Because the world is changing, and when your boss is asking you to schedule a couple of things in Microsoft Outlook, you have to do that, right? Right. So you know what is expected from you, okay? So the next one is, remember the advertisement is telling you how to use Outlook, how to use Excel, and how to use Word. So I'm going to share my screen. Here it is, okay? Right. Right. And you could see, I'm quickly going to open my Outlook and just to show you my calendar here, right? And in my calendar, can you see the number of meetings I have? These are all professional development meetings, right? If I click here, on the 10th, I've got a couple of meetings here, right? So I'm just going to open this link. It tells me what time this webinar and what link I have to connect, right? How to participate. And it keeps me reminding 15 minutes before. That's what I want. So you saw my Outlook calendar, how I have organized. You need to know in this subject how to write an email to your boss and other stakeholders, right, based on the requirements. So those are called mock emails. Okay, so I'm going to close this Outlook calendar, which I don't need, and I'm going to my mailbox. So you need to know how you are writing an email, to whom you are writing, then to whom you are making a copy. So that information you should write clearly, because it is expected in this subject. Now the next one is, the most important is for you to use Microsoft Excel as a database, right? So because as you are working for this Tri-Fitness Center, and your manager, your boss is asking you to do certain things, one is using this Excel as a database. A sample is given to you on your learning management system. My advice is, open Excel in your computer. I am using Excel 2013. What you should do is have a look what kind of things you could do using Excel, right? What you do is click on File and click on New. So you could see the samples given. Can you see the suggested its areas? Business, personal, industry, small business. I'll click on business. Once you click on business, you might find the number of categories in this area, right? Of all of those areas, I'm going to click business here. Business got 254 categories. Of the 254 categories, I'm going to click employee, and to see how, just clicking one randomly, employee attendance record. That's getting an one example. Or employee shift record, or SharePoint server. Get this some information. Okay, just let me open that thing. So that is a template. So you got number of templates on Excel you can use. Just to understand in what areas can Excel be used to get things done. Okay, that is the whole purpose. It seems it's a large file and it is little struggling to open that. Okay, yeah, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. It's getting there. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do is, it did open and I did close. I'm sure you saw that, but I got a sample here and I could show you that sample. It was taken from there, right? Okay. If you see that, you could see this, the Excel got number of boxes here, and you can see this, how information is grouped into different columns, and there are some lists going on, and a lot of things are happening here. So that will show you, hey, Excel can be used as a large database. The idea of database is storing a lot of information in a way that can be used in the future. You can delete it and you can add some more whenever you need. So these are major functions in addition to calculations, right? It is an ideal tool to perform calculations, and in fact, I'm using this with my accounting students as well as finance students. Plotting graphs, it's a fantastic tool, right? So this is just to show you what's happening in an Excel table. This looks like a table where you find columns and rows and information is organized. Now, in a database, what happens is, there is an area called form. Form is the area where we use to collect information. Once you collect information from the form, it automatically goes to the table and stored there. For the time being, I want you to understand the two little things. A form, imagine if you go to immigration, they will give you a little form to be filled. The same thing, but the difference is, it is a digital form. So the next one is a digital form. And you can see how an Excel database, a form, would work. It asks the questions and it has answers in these areas in rectangles, right? So whenever the information you fill it here will save. Once you click on save, it saves into the table. So this database is going, this has to be shared between the three main branches in Australia. So as I said, one is in Sydney, one is in Queensland, one is in Victoria, right? So you will have to look at the ways of how to share this database between the 3 regional offices. Okay. Now, if there are the 4 computers, assume this one computer is just one computer is the server in Sydney, and the other one is the server in Queensland, and the other one is the server in Victoria. The database is here. The people are using different networks. Now people have decided one will be maybe SkyDrive. They decided, company decided, no, we'll get a SkyDrive somewhere else and store our database. That means you don't know where it is stored. There is a security reasons as well. So as you do not know, we'll say it's in the cloud. It's somebody else's computer. Okay, it's not necessarily company computer. It is in somebody else's computer. Then next slide is showing the Excel database in the cloud. Got it. So this Excel in the cloud should be accessed by everybody in the 3 regional offices through each, obviously everyone got a computer. So everyone from their computer should access this Excel database to retrieve information. Okay, I hope you get that clearly. Right, so that is the basic information I wanted to give you here. And finally, I wanted to indicate how to use Word for report writing, because you are expecting to compile a report to your boss, who is Tracy Yap. Again, to see report is not just a list of items on A4 sheet. Remember, report writing is a very important skill. And there is a forum post. I had given you instructions on report writing. I'll communicate that with you. But first of all, once you open Word in your computer, click on File and click on New. Right? Under New, you could write down here report in the search box. You can write report and press enter. So this is to find out report templates. Okay, here it is. Report. I've got number of report, annual report. Can you see reports samples? Have a look, open one and see what are the items there. Right? In addition to that, a report should generally have the first cover page, and obviously you need to have table of contents, executive summary, then the introduction of the report, and then the data, what data you are going to present, and then your data analysis and discussion, then conclusion, and then recommendations, and finally the list of references. Right? That's how. So don't worry, I'll give you those details later, but you can have a look, number of templates here. Please use this, right? This is for your use. Okay. So that's why I wanted to share that screen with you. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, going back to my this session, I clearly highlighted the connection between what you study and the jobs that you are looking at. That means we are pitching on employable skills, right? Then I said, follow the instructions in my welcome email. Keep notes on important areas. Okay. Remember, we are in the information age. So that means all of us have access to the number of web pages on internet. So therefore, don't copy and paste, because duplication is not what is required. You are allowed to get ideas, but you have to write in your own words, and then you acknowledge. What's acknowledge is a new thing for you. So what you should do is, on your learning management system, we have a document called Students Study Skills Handout. Please download that, and it has instructions on how to acknowledge resources. Recalling my memory, they are in page number 15 to 19. We are using the referencing system APA 6th edition. APA stands for American Psychological Association, right? So just all what you need to do is learn the rules and play the game, right? You have the access, true, but no, don't misuse the resources. Don't pretend that it is your idea when it is in reality, it is someone else's idea, right? So it's this all what you're learning is the rules of the game, right? The same thing applies when you go to work. If your boss asks you to write a report on something else, and yet you are copying from internet and pretending that it is yours, and at a stage your boss finds that you duplicated the material, what would happen? Your job is on the line, and we don't want that to happen, right? So let's learn the rules and let's play by the rules, okay, for both of our health. Okay, so this is all what I wanted to say. And your the next few weeks of learning journey, enjoy your learning every minute of that, because you are updating your skills constantly. And I hope we all are going to succeed in the end. Okay, goodbye.